Welcome back to Sawbones Barbecue. I'm your host, Old Sawbones. With me on the camera, as always, is fucking Todd. Today we have a very special cook. I've been excited about this one for a long time. We're doing tomahawk ribeyes. Look at these bad boys. Enormous, beautiful Wagyu tomahawks that I got from Snake River Farms. Very excited about these. As ever, we have to do something that feels quasi-scientific, A versus B or whatever, to try to advance the state of the barbecue science. So today we're going to do one steak the way I'm used to, which is a reverse sear on a pellet grill. We'll smoke it and then sear it. That's tried and true, can't go wrong. And then we're going to do another one indoor style with a sous vide cooker followed by searing on the stove. So we'll see if our, fair weather barbecue technique is better or our sous vide and sear technique is better. But in addition to our cooking challenge, we're going to have an eating challenge, which I'm very excited about. Before filming, we drew straws, and believe it or not, I drew the short straw, so I get the little steak, and Todd drew the big straw, so Todd gets this giant behemoth, which I will say is the largest steak I've ever seen, let alone cooked. This little guy over here is a nice even 4 pounds, 64 ouncer. And this behemoth over here is 5.6 pounds or 90 ounces. So can Todd eat a 90 ounce steak before I can crush the 64 ounce steak? We'll see. And if he doesn't, he gets branded. Right here on Sawbones Barbecue. My dear friend Blas Estrada took our logo and had it made into a brand. Now, his intent, I think, was for us to stamp it on steaks or burgers or whatever and have fun with it. But it's too intricate, and when you put it on meat, which I've tried several times, it kind of just scorches it into a big shape and you can't make anything out. It works beautifully on wood. I got this thing piping hot with a blowtorch and branded some wood, but it's yet to be tested on human skin. So I hope Todd is very, very hungry, because if he doesn't finish that sumbitch, he gets branded. Right here, folks. Stay tuned. Okay, we're ready to put this big bad boy in the sous vide. So in terms of prep and seasoning, I did a simple salt and pepper crust. Just dry brined it with plain salt and pepper. Usually I would only do that an hour or two before the cook, but for a steak of this magnitude, I thought it needed a lot more time to absorb. So I dry brined it last night, and it's been sitting in the fridge overnight with a nice dense salt and pepper crust. And the other seasoning, just before sealing it in the vacuum pump, I put a whole bunch of rosemary, thyme, and crushed garlic on either side of the steak, which is kind of nice, adds a little flavor while it's cooking in the sous vide. Vacuum sealed it, and now it's ready to go in. So we're at 135, which is going to be our desired finishing temperature for a nice medium rare. And this thing just about overwhelms the size of the cooker, so I hope I can just barely get it in there. Not quite overflowing. That looks like that's going to work. And I'll reset our clock. All right, so we're going at 135 degrees. I'm guessing it's going to take a few hours to get through a steak this thick. So we'll watch it, and while that's cooking, we're going to get our other steak smoking on the Yoder. We're back. We've been smoking this steak for about an hour and 45, and it's in the low 120s, so we're ready to move on to sear it, and then we'll go in and do our other one. Ooh, it's looking good. Got a nice red color on it. Love that. Oh, that's a beauty. We'll set that aside. All right, now we got a nice direct heat on our grill grates, and we'll crank up the temperature, and we'll be ready to sear momentarily. All right, we're ready to start searing. The grill grates are about 600 degrees, so we should get a nice crust on it. Here we go. That's a good looking steak. All right, that is a beautiful crust on it. It's looking good. We're gonna take this bad boy in and get the other one done. All right, we're back in the kitchen ready to finish off this behemoth that Todd's gonna eat. We're gonna get some butter going on the pan and get our herbs and garlic going. And then we'll get the steak on there and give it a nice crust. I've got the burner on the left in kind of a colder zone on the right so I can get the herbs and garlic going in the butter. And then we'll get a real nice sear on it. So I saved the herbs that were in the pouch for the sous vide. So we got a whole bunch of rosemary we'll get in here. Get some nice aromatics going, lots of garlic. Oh, it smells so good. We'll leave that on the colder side. Get a little bit of fresh thyme in there. Let that start to simmer. We're ready to get this guy going. We'll give it a minute on each side and then flip it and do another minute on each side at a different angle. And then I'll try to sear the fat cap a little bit as well right at the end if I'm not burning my hand by then. The steak is absurd, I have to say. I'm kind of excited about it. We got about a minute on this side, a minute on the other side, and it should be good to go. It is looking beautiful. Oh my God, look at that crust. Beautiful. You're in for a treat, Todd. This is looking really nice. Oh yeah. All right, that's 4 minutes. Now we'll just do a little bit on the edge. Woo, that looks good. That was arguably the best steak I ever ate in my life. I am full, and now reviewing our results. They both tasted phenomenal, but I'm gonna say the barbecue char tasted slightly better than the sous vide. Your thoughts, Todd?
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a multiple choice question with no wrong answers, but the barbecue char was really nice. And as for our eating contest, here are my efforts. I'm getting ready to nibble on the bone. And FT, a disappointing second. Did he even taste that thing? I don't know. So, I am a man of my word. We have a nice preheated piece of metal. Assume the position, Mr. Beerman.
You be a man about it. Don't scream.
Thanks for watching another Sawbones video. We look forward to making more this year. And a quick disclaimer, no FTs were actually harmed in the filming of this video.